was actually an opportunity to expand your ability to conquer? What if it was an opportunity to show what you're made of? What if this experience of hardness or resistance or the trauma that we're going through is actually an opportunity to go, do you know what? This is going to cause me to grow. When you start to look for the challenge, you'll actually get to like an inner spark. You'll start to feel like, actually, I'm going to learn from this. And after all, we got to think about it like this. If it's hard to achieve our goals and dreams of being confident, being self-certain, to get that money, to get that promotion, if we say that it's hard, what if it were to be hard and a challenge that was temporary? See, now we change the meaning again. Now we put a temporary aspect to it. Because whatever we're going through right now, if we put the work in, if we start to do the work, if we start to dedicate, we start to see the challenge, we start to see the opportunity, we start to take massive and inspired action. When we start to do those things, that is temporary pain. That's all it is. Because eventually, you're going to go over that challenge. Eventually, it's going to cause you to learn something about yourself. So, is it better to go through this temporary pain or this challenge compared to a lifetime of pain of remaining the same? You see, what we do now for this short period of time, and we go all in on something. For example, I don't want to like plug my program and things like that, which I kind of am, and I don't mind about that. But it's 8 weeks, and it's very customized. It's very, very significant in the results, and it takes a lot for people to get through into the program. But it's 8 weeks. 8 weeks of challenges, 8 weeks of transformation, and then you're done with it. And you have a lifetime of freedom beyond that. To me, that feels like a good idea. Like to get it done all within 8 weeks. Now, regardless of my system, what if you dedicated 6 months and saw it as an opportunity, saw it as a growth, a life cycle of transformation, because that 6 months of dedication, of just being consistent, so consistent that your unconscious mind will never be ignoring you. You're so consistent that saying, look, this is an opportunity, this is a challenge, this is my growth. That's all it is. It's the tension that is going to cause me to expand. This resistance is expanding my consciousness or my ability to be who I want to be for 6 months. I would say 6 months is actually better than a lifetime of pain. So let's change the frame of reference. Yes, I'm going through pain. Yes, I'm going through stress. Yes, I'm going through scarcity because I haven't got my dream yet. I haven't got what I want. My life's not perfect. All those things. But you know what? It's okay. It will pass. And it will pass when I start to rise up and see the opportunity. When I see it as a challenge. When I see it as an expansion of my experience. The kaleidoscope of life's emotions and experiences. It can be hard, but being hard doesn't mean we give up. Being hard doesn't mean we say no. You see, when it's time, when everything is saying no, I go, look, let's go all in and let's go yes. Let's see the challenge. Let's see what I can do. Maybe it will be the making of you. I don't know if I said this on previous episodes. I'm sure I have. I've definitely said it in my private group. But if you think of every movie, I'm sure I said it recently, but in every movie, they usually follow a principle called the hero's journey. Now, the hero's journey is ultimately when everything is fine And then something happens which causes that character or the lead role to go, oh my goodness, everything's going bad. But in the same time of everything's going bad, that movie could stop right there because they gave up. But no, they started to see it as a challenge. They saw it as an obstacle to overcome. They saw it, and look, go through every big movie, or book for that matter. They usually have this cycle of going through a challenge, which causes them to wake up that there's more to life, which goes into the second challenge for two hero journeys, or hero two journeys, where they actually realize that then there's something bigger than them that they want to do. Like for my example, just my example, I got into hypnosis, into coaching, because I would blush all the time. I would be full of dread as a kid. I'd be worried, I'd be anxious, I'd be fearful. I never thought I was worthy. I never felt I was good enough. And I always thought that I would fail. And guess what? That mindset created that experience. Dropping out of school. Dropping out of college. Well, not dropping out of school, I take that back, but getting only 6 C's out of like a possible 12. But definitely dropping out of business school. But once I got into the whole hypnosis aspect, it caused me to wake up. It was like, do you know what? I want to help people. If it can do it for me, how can I be an example for others? How can I help people be liberated from their limiting beliefs just like I felt? So my story was that my anxiety and fear was so bad that I made a decision to overcome it, because yeah, it was hard, it was a struggle, it was dedication, it was discipline, it was going through a multitude of trying to get results until I found this one vehicle of transformation, which I would say hypnosis for me. There are many good ones out there, but along the way, having made that change, I decided I wanted to do this for a living, and that was like 18, 19 years ago. Well over, like, we're almost like at 10 million downloads in well over 150 or 60 countries. Now, I always say that I'm not trying to say that to impress you, but I'm trying to say that, look, it's a challenge and it's okay. If we say like it's too hard and therefore I'll give up, we give up. We're actually denying ourselves from an expansion of our experience. I would hate to go all the way to the end of my life and have that lifetime of pain and regret compared to going through 6 months, 8 weeks, whatever, like what we do when it comes to getting rid of the issue. I'd prefer that short-term pain for the maximum life freedom. Building cities are hard, building houses are hard, building all the technology breakthroughs we have. I cannot believe that I have the ability to stream live. Like, it just blows my mind. How does that happen? It's going over the Wi-Fi. It's going through all this stuff, like the microphone. Like, it blows my mind. But look, someone put the effort in it and they overcame so many challenges. It's a bit like the Edison, I don't know if it's a true story or not, but the Edison, the creator of the light bulb, when he was interviewed, like, well, how many times did it take to get it right? He said like 10,000 times. And the interviewer said, well, you failed 10,000 times? And he kind of responds, like, do you know what? He probably didn't say, do you know what? But he said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways of not how to do it. Which means we're getting closer to the result. We're getting closer to the outcome. If we see everything as an opportunity to expand, that tension is there to grow, that is an opportunity to be able to learn in the trials and the tribulations of life, that actually at the end of my life, I'm going to live and remember a life well-traveled or expanded, that it built me, it grew me. It allowed me to shine more than I can imagine. So my overall message is that It's not about life is too hard or our goals and our dreams are too hard or painful or anything like that. Although it could be true, right? It could be true. But it doesn't have to be your reality. We can give that pain up, or at least change our perception and therefore say, do you know what? Yeah, it's painful. I'm going through this stuff. But you know what? It's a challenge. I'm going to overcome it. It will pass. Like if you're going through a painful moment right now, it will end eventually. It will pass. If you dedicate yourself, it will pass. Sometimes it'll pass naturally. Like there is a conclusion to a lot of events. But excuse me, if you step up and start taking action and see it as an opportunity to grow, to expand, it will pass quick. And once you've gone through that process, once you've achieved that goal and dream, once you are liberated from the pain of not feeling worthy, deserving, or enough, once you're through that on the other side, there'll be a time when you'll go in the moment and go, oh my goodness, I cannot believe how I am right now. But do you know what? I respect my journey. It was so important to me, I put the work in. I saw it as a challenge. I saw it as an experience. When we treat life that way, when we start to see it through a new lens, you will expand your consciousness, your unconscious mind, your conscious mind, whatever you believe, I don't care. We'll expand. We will grow. We're going to learn if we see our pain as a challenge, when we start to wake up to the point that, look, it's okay that it's painful. Even if it is painful, it is okay that it's painful. Why should that mean we should stop going for what we want? We got to battle through it sometimes. We got to move forward through the pain. If we fall down, we get back up. There's no way in the world I'm going to let anyone try to disempower me. There's no way in the world I'm going to try and let any event disempower me. Because when I feel disempowered, I'm out of control. What if we change a frame of reference and we say every event is an opportunity to grow? Every event is an opportunity to expand myself. Now, even if that's not true, would it be more convenient to live that way? Like if you start to wake up and you're going through a trying time and you go, look, do you know what? I'm going to learn from something. I'm going to grow because of this. I'm going to evolve my mindset. I'm going to get the learning here. And that learning, although I don't know how, it's going to be better for me in the future. Like I'm going to take this experience and utilize it. I'm going to take this experience and learn from it, so those learnings will be with me in the future, so I do not have to go through this again. Even at the worst case, once we learn, we go, I'm going to use those learnings in the future so I don't find myself in the same predicament. I'm not going to find myself in the same kind of pain. Yeah, life will still happen, but I'm going to see it as an opportunity to grow. Temporary pain is worth a lifetime of freedom. This moment shall pass. It will, and it'll pass quicker once you start to see the challenge in it, and you start to see that there's an opportunity to change your life. It's an opportunity to also be an example. Here's another thing very, very quickly. I don't have children, but if I were to have children and I was going through something, I do not want to communicate to them my pain or my suffering or my lack of belief. Although we might not try to do it unconsciously, 93% of all communication is unconscious. Our physiology, our tonality, 7%, I don't know what that is, 7% is words. So we can be saying all the right things to ourselves and to others, but if our neurology, our physiology, is our tonality, is showing up differently, then we're going to be communicating. I'm like, look, I want to be an example. I want to try and be an example to you all. If you have children, you want to be an example to my nieces and nephew. Got to get that right. Nieces and nephew. I want to try to be an example. One day I want them to watch these videos, or when I'm in their life. We're in different countries, so it's a little bit tricky, but I want to be an example. But I want to be the authentic sample. I want to be the person who has gone through something, because life is life, but because of it, someone else sees me and goes, if that person can do it, anyone can do it. If Joseph can do it, I can do this. You see, once you make that change, you are the product of the example. You are the evidence that anyone else can do this. Now think how nice that would be. And I say it because it does honestly make me feel good when I receive emails, and like we receive quite a few per week, and I read them all. And when I reply back, I say it made my day, or it's making my evening, and it's true. And it's because I saw my life eventually as a challenge to overcome, to push through, to expand myself because of it. And then the byproduct of that, the nature of it, is that you do give yourself permission to share it to other people. That's your permission. Well, not your permission, but your example. So it is a beautiful experience to have. And I really wish you to have that too. But the key here is to see what is hard as an opportunity to grow. To see what is hard as a challenge that will expand you once you get through it and you learn because of it. And with that, that brings me the end of this live stream. If you want to go ahead to youtube.com/Joseph Clough, you can subscribe, hit the little thumbs up, ring that bell, and that means you will get notified. And also on top of that, if you do want to be able to try to work with me personally, don't have to. We can only work with so many people, but you go to josephclough.info/power and you get our free masterclass. And I say we, it's mine. And it's all about how to quit the imposter syndrome and inner critic. And ultimately, it's just seeing if we can help you, we definitely will try to do that. And at the moment, my system does come with, and it won't be forever even, but custom tracks. So it has your name on it, has your unconscious mind needs to it. It's very hard to do, and that's why we can only take so many people. And we have like other things which go like from the group stuff, the one-to-one aspect to it with someone very special to me. But yeah, this it is an opportunity to just check that out, and it's not for everyone. In fact, I don't want everyone because it'll make me go crazy. I'd probably need more hypnosis to be able to get through that kind of level of stress. But with that, my wonderful friends, and thank you ever so much for your kind words. Thank you, Karen. Appreciate that. And thank you, Claudia, as well. And for everyone else right here, if you are enjoying my work, go ahead and download the free hypnosis app. That's always pretty cool to do if you haven't already. Most of you have. freehypnosis.app, and that will get you to the URL, to the direct link, which is a URL, to the Android or the iPhone. Android, we're going out pretty soon. And thank you so much, Veronica, as well. Love back to you. And yeah, if you want to leave a rating review, I'd really appreciate that. I want us to get to that 5 stars. I want us to have a couple of thousand ratings. We're at like 800-900, I think. But thank you ever so much. I do appreciate you. I do honestly want you to know you are worthy, deserving, and capable. And I look forward to speaking to you on a future episode. Many thanks, and goodbye.